Who has shown you that it's never too late to change your life? Me, myself and I. I work in an alternative high school that caters to mature students, so adults who didn't get through school the traditional way. Our oldest student is in his 70s. He told himself he'd get a high school diploma before he dies. He graduates in June. My dad, from a long time of prioritizing his hobby over his children, he's really turned that around. Now he prioritizes his hobby over his grandchildren. My dad, he came to this country in his 30s, learned the languages, started his own business, and became successful as hell. Back in our home country, everyone told him he was a loser throughout his life and that had never amount to anything. My dad is my hero. Honestly, myself, I spent years in addiction. I got arrested 4.5 years ago and then to rehab. I came out of it a whole new person. In the last 4.5 years I've been clean. I've gotten married, adopted a child out of foster care, and have a really good job. People do change and we do recover. Steve-O. The most wonderful 73-year-old woman, Miriam. When I started university, after taking 2 years out, so starting when I was 20, Miriam was also on my course. She was taking it because she volunteered with a charity helping street sex workers in my hometown. She took the course to better help the women the charity would help. Before she was retired, she was a career woman in business driven by profit. After the death of her husband and birth of her granddaughter, she dedicated her life to helping others and completely changed her life. She was the most wonderful person I have ever met, and I am lucky to have been around her. Whenever I am scared or worried about doing something new, I always think, what would Miriam do? The answer is always to do it. Throw yourself into it and hope that improving yourself can help you to help others. Knowing her changed the course of my life for the better. But that's a different story, and I will never forget the 73-year-old woman dancing the night away with the 20-something she studied with, living life to the full. Myself planning on learning a trade, plumbing, and back to university as well. Trying my very best to turn things around. After years of abuse, hopefully I can. Denny Trejo? My aunt went to law school in her 70s. Me, I changed my life at 49, and 15 years later things could not be better. So many people. I've started filling my life with friends from 20 to 60, and I feel like every person in my life shows me just how individual each journey is. Some people die young, others don't figure out what they want to do until they are 50. I feel like as long as you're alive, there's time to make changes. Nothing is as permanent as it seems. My mom started a new career, one she had no prior knowledge in her 40s. I was going to school while she was taking her courses. My dad, he worked the same job for 15 years to take care of his family. We were really poor when I was growing up. Third shift, while also going to school for what he wanted to do in life for real. He finally quit that job, 3 jobs later in the field that he wanted, and he's now working for the government as a software dev. I asked him if he ever thought he'd get this far, and he said no, but he's happy he did. President Taft hated being president and wanted to be a judge. He later became Chief Justice of the Supreme Court and lost some weight in the process. Great story. My dad, he was never the best student and barely graduated high school and ended up joining the army to support himself and my mom. After my sister and I were born, maybe when I was around 12, he would have been close to 40 then. He went back to college. I watched him go to college while still working 2 jobs to support us, and now him and my mom are doing better than ever. My dad is and will always be my motivation and my hero. Jesus Christ. People that I know in real life. Mike Tyson. Any recent interview displays that. My grandchildren. Learning from them by sharing their ideas and opinions with me.